Hi, welcome back to the channel. On this episode, I'd like to talk about two different industries with two different companies. Each of these companies have done well in the past and recent, and also with the recent correction, the inflation, interest rate hike, taper, balance sheet, and all that, I think the two stocks are poised for good run. And I'm talking about Vertex Pharmaceutical and Builders First. Vertex ticker is VRTX, while Builder First is BLDR. Let's start with Vertex. I have owned Vertex in my personal portfolio for over 3.5 years or so, and I can tell you that as at close of trading on Friday, the price was about 244. Before then, Vertex was as low as about 185, 190, and all that. I had it more when the price went down to about 180 or so. But one thing you should know, it is not always about price. It is about value. It's about valuation, whether the stock is in good value, whether it's a value for what the price is, whether you are getting it at an intrinsic value. All this has to be done in comparison with price and the PE ratio. The PE ratio for Vertex is actually, I think the PE ratio should be about 26.9. Yeah, and the market cap should be about 61.7 billion. Builders First, BLDR. Builders First has actually run up very recently. The stock has done tremendously well. It is a kind of stock that when the economy is doing well, when you have real estate doing very well, Builders First is a company that deals with building materials, supplies, and all that, timbers, everything that has to do with building homes, building industry. Is in building sector. The price as at close of trading, I think, was about $66.45. The market cap is about 12.7 billion, and the PE ratio is actually 9. So I think for BLDR, Builders First, you need to check very well the valuation. The PE ratio seems reasonable, but as I said, you need to do your own valuation. These stocks is actually, one of the stocks that I would say it has been, it has done well, even for my portfolio recently. It actually ran up from the price of about 30, was it 38 or 37? And it got up to 80 recently. I think it's back now about 66. So, but you need to check all the metrics to be sure that it is good for you. I'm not asking you to add these two stocks to your portfolio, but I'm saying put them on your watch list to watch for these two stocks. I think for Vertex Pharmaceutical, which is a biopharmaceutical product company, Vertex Pharmaceutical, this is a biopharmaceutical company, gene editing, therapies, all these things, they are just coming out. It is in an industry that is revolutionizing at the moment, and it's an industry that is disrupting the normal. This industry, you need to be there to start investing in it before they become the norms. You will reap the return if you start investing in these companies early. However, be sure it is good for your portfolio. Let's have a look at the chart to see where the two companies are on the chart. We are looking at Builders First. Um, this is a different platform. It's Baron. It's a premium platform. So quickly, we're looking at Builders First. Builders First, as at close of trading on Friday, was $66.45. The market cap for Builders First, as confirmed earlier, 12.71 billion. Share outstanding is 191.5 million. The PE ratio is actually 7.38. It's not a dividend paying stock at the moment. They're not paying dividend. This is on a daily chart. I think the last, let me see. I think I should do the last 5 working days. The price was at 66. So, okay. Builders First is in the supply and manufacture of building material, manufactured component, and construction services to professional home builders. The peers in the group is okay, Abib Incense, Crystal Biotech, and many more other stocks. On this platform, we can we can go to the financials here. Let's see the financials of Builders First. This is the income statement for the last 5 years, the 5 year trend. Now, let's say from 2000 and 2016, it was 6.37 billion, 7.0 billion, 7.72 billion, 7.28 billion. You can see there's a trend there. It's growing. It's a growing company. Uh, year 2020, it's actually 8.5 billion. Let's look at the balance sheet. On the balance sheet, what I like to check on the balance sheet is actually the total liability to free cash flow. But let me see how, okay, the years. Okay, so let's say on the balance sheet, let's look at the total liability to free cash flow. The entire total liabilities that the company is holding is holding. The total liability is actually 3 billion for the year end 2020. Before then, it was 2.4, 2.3, 2.6, 2.6. You see, there's a consistent pattern there. I don't think the company is over borrowing. I mean, every company borrows, and they have other stuff in. They have liabilities. So I don't think this is excessive. Look at the percentage of the liability and to total assets. You see, 84.48. Look at it. It's actually reducing. So let's go to their free cash flow. Let's see what they're doing on their um, cash flow statement. You need to do your own valuation. You need to check. Let's see. I want to see the exact amount in their free cash flow. This is the fund they can use to do anything they feel necessary to do. Okay, the last one here is 147.99 million. But you can see that, okay, from here, he grew to 1116, from 115, 1181, excuse me, 391, and 147. There must be the difference here, could be acquisition, could be reinvestment on capital, could be share buyback, could be different thing. So you need to drill down to see why this is the case. As you can see on this platform, you can also check if you want to get more information about the company itself. We can actually go to their website. I think I have their website open already. Build up by the numbers. Okay, this is their website. You can come up to their investor relation. I think every company has that on their website. Financial information. Let's look at stock information. I think we're actually there at the moment. Investor presentation. You can, in your own time, you can look at that. It's always good to visit their website to see the information they have for investors. Don't just buy stocks by the number. Now you can see the information here: investor calculators, uh, historic look, analyst ratings, and all that. Yeah, this is it. Builders Force actually had a good run up until recent, and I think the downward trend here is due to the correction in the market this year, 2022. So, um, this is what we can see on their website. You can visit their website to read more about what they do, the industry, whether they're the leader in the industry and otherwise, is their stock doing well. So let's go back to Baron. You can take your time to look at to drill down on the finances. Um, for what I am doing here, I have checked that. I have done my valuation. I have Builder First in my account, and I will be adding more if Builder First. We will go on to um, a more technical chart on Momo, where you can actually see candle chart, and we can, for the purpose of price action, we can diagnose down, we can drill down to see what they are doing, where the support line or resistance is. But this is a more advanced professional chart, but it's it's cool. So let's have a look at Vertex, which is VRTX, Vertex Pharmaceutical, which is the other company we analyzed together with Builders Force. So Vertex, okay, Vertex stated as close here as 244. Actually, this is after hours. So we can see that it actually closed at 243. Um, Vertex, the last volume was for the trading day, okay, 65-day average was 1.95 million. The market value for Vertex is 61.79 billion. Share outstanding is 254.25 million. The P/E ratio is actually 26.91. I would say a little bit on the high side, but you need to check. Actually, for this industry, I can tell you more because I have invested well in uh, biotechnological companies. Most of them are not making profit yet, but you can see that in this business, you need to invest. It's a research. Most of these companies um, handling things that have to do with genomics, gene therapy, gene technology, and all that. They're still coming up. This is the right time to invest in them. You don't wait on until they they become normal. There is still an industry that is under evolution, is revolutionizing. Things are coming up on a daily basis. These are industries that would make life better for human. Let's look at more information. Vertex is a global biotechnology biotechnology company. It engages in the business of discovering, developing, manufacturing, and commercializing small molecule drugs. Molecule drugs. Also, what you can see from you can we just check the finances? These are the companies is also in their peer group in the same industry. Let's go to the financials. In the financials, we can see that, as I said earlier, most of these companies in biotechnological are actually not making profit yet. It's still a research that investment still need to be put in, to um, to aid the research and discovery. Let's look at the balance sheet. But on the income statement, you can see sales revenue 2.43 billion, 4.1 billion, 6. You can see that it's growing. 7.5 billion. It's actually growing well. Let's see the balance sheet for Vertex Pharmaceutical. The balance sheet as of 2021, 7.52 billion. Okay. 2020, 6.6 billion. You can see that it's actually growing. Let's look at the total liabilities. I mean, I actually like the graph, the way this is done, the bar chart, Can we look at the total liability? Let us see how they are incurring liabilities, whether it's excessive or it's reasonable. I have an Excel sheet which I will put on my page. You can use it to do a total liability to free cash flow metric. I think I've uploaded it before. I will put it there again. Now you can see total liability from 1.5 billion. It rose to 1.8, 2.2. Just as their income was growing, their liability was also growing as well. This is not a problem. Can we look at the cash flow and see? Let us see the total free cash flow. Okay, this is the cash flow statement. The cash flow statement. Let's look at the total free cash flow. This is a cash that they can do absolutely anything in with in the balance sheet. This is total free cash flow. You can see that free cash flow was going from 745 million to 1.17 billion to 1.4 billion. This is about 3 billion. So you can see the bar chart shows that it grew from 1.49 to about 3 billion. That's like double. You can see here is 27% and here is 40%. So it's actually a company that is actually growing and making money. They're making profit. Let me put it that way. Um, yeah, you can have more other information. Look at the chart here. We will go on Momo now. Ticker ELDR. Builders first. We're looking at builders first on a daily chart. On a daily chart, it shows that the stock is actually coming down. We can see that 20-day moving average is about to, in fact, is on the point of crossing 50-day moving average coming down. The price actually dropped from 86, which was the recent high, 2 weeks high, to 66 as a close of trading on Friday. That's about 26 or 27%. Let's just double check that. That's about 27% from the recent high. What we can see here, we can see that there's a support around here. There's support here, which I think is broken at the moment. But then by the time we start the new trading day on Monday, we will see if it's because it looks as if it's reversing back. But let's see by Monday, we will see it, if breaking it down or it's going back up. But if it breaks down, we are looking at the 200-day moving average, which is about 56 for the price for builders first. However, you can see that a support was broken around here, broken around here, and also there's a resistance here. So, yeah, but before then, we can see that the stock actually had a run up from like July 2021. From July 2021, it actually had a good run. From July 2021, it actually had a good run. You can see. can actually see, it had a good run. Let me do this here. I would say here, yeah. But then I can remove this. Um, it had a good run. Let us look at on a weekly chart. Let's see what the weekly chart is telling us. Okay, on a weekly chart, the stock actually, recently did well. You can see, it goes, then it's actually on a support, which the same support we saw on a daily chart here. So it's on the support. Let's hope this support is holding. Actually, I I don't like to sound bearish. I actually like to add to my position of builder first. So I will be looking at if it comes to 50, around 50, 43. In fact, that will be the best position for me to add more. I'm just saying I have builder first in my portfolio. Then what else can we see on the this candle actually ended up this could be a reversal candle. Let's wait till Monday to see. Let's have a look at the chart um, for Vertex. Looking at Vertex on a weekly chart, what we can see here is that Vertex is about to break a resistance. Is at the point of breaking a resistance on the upside. Let me draw another support here. We have seen that he broke a support here at 212, and then yeah, Vertex recent high, 52 weeks high was actually 306. The 52 weeks low was actually 176. That was recent. I actually added more to my position because I've had it for a while, and my average price then was above 200. I think it was about 215 or so. But when it went down to about 176 or so, I had it more when it was around 180. So just to average down, sometimes you need to buy the dip. As I often say, I practice what I say. Um, so let's see from the high. Let's see what Vertex has dropped from the 52 weeks high to date to where it is now. So Vertex is trading about 20% down from the recent high, from 52-week high. Let's have a look at Vertex on a daily chart. Let's have a look at the daily chart. The network is also misbehaving, fluctuating. We are still waiting for it to come up. Please respond, Vertex. Okay. Wow, fantastic. Look at this. Let me, there's a resistance here, which we're hoping I'm hoping he would break this resistance on the upside. Yes, this chart looks good. Looks good on a daily chart. Yeah, it actually looks good. I can tell you now that on this part of it, let me move this here. Yeah. Okay. We can see that this is an uptrend. This is 50-day moving average, 50-day, 220 moving day average that actually crossed over 50-day moving average going up. It has also crossed the 200-day moving average. This is definitely an uptrend for Vertex. So what other information we can get here? This candle This is an alcohol candle. You can call it an engulfing. This is even more than an engulfing. This is an encore. So we're looking at this might just break the resistance on the upside. So we're looking at, if this happened, we're looking at about two. Let's go on a weekly chart to see what the next point of resistance that Vertex might come across. Okay, so we're looking at about 271. Looking at about 271 for the next resistance. So it will be quite a move for Vertex to come all the way here. It would be quite a bold move, and yeah, it will be about 271 or so. So Vertex is on the up trend. It's trending up. Yeah, this is an industry that you need to be in this industry. You can see that on a weekly chart, the 20 moving day average is just about to cross over the 50-day, which it has done that on a daily chart already. So, well, this is a beautiful trend. Yeah, this is a beautiful trend, and it's well, we're actually looking forward to the next trading day, which is Monday. We have seen the chart. We have looked at the chart for Vertex Pharmaceutical and that of BLDR. We have also checked some of the information on the finances and all that. Now, what you need to do is to sit down, do your own research, make your own valuation with your metrics and all that. Be sure these stocks are good for your portfolio. Otherwise, I am only advising you to put them on your watch list, to watch them. Watch these stocks, see how they will perform. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for liking our videos. We will continue to give you insight and give you content that will support your investment journey. Thank you.